Possum is sort of a slow critter, not fast like a rabbit. He just ambles along, looking for things to eat, making a living the best he can. He can climb a tree, but not quickly like a squirrel. He climbs slowly and carefully, as you or I might. Possum had a friend who was even slower than he was. His name was Turtle. Bright and early one morning, Possum said, "Come on, Brother Turtle, I want to take you out to my favorite tree." So he and Turtle ambled on over to a big persimmon tree. The tree was loaded with persimmons, and they looked very ripe. They were a rich orange color, and their skins were soft and wrinkly. Possum carefully tasted one of them. They didn't have any of the mouth-drying, puckering taste that unripe persimmons are famous for. They were soft and sweet as sugar plums. Turtle said in his slow, deep voice, "Well, they look pretty good, Brother Possum, but how am I gonna get some? I can't climb a tree." "Don't worry, Brother Turtle," Possum said as he started up that tree. "I'll climb up and throw some down to you." He got up in the tree, climbed out on a limb, and started eating some of the persimmons and tossing others down to Turtle. He'd eat one and toss one down, then he'd eat another and toss another down to Turtle. They felt like they were having a picnic. "Keep 'em coming, Brother Possum," Turtle shouted, as well as he could with a mouth full of persimmons. "They sure are good." Possum continued throwing them down, and the two friends were having a wonderful time of it, until all of a sudden, out of the bushes, came a great big wolf. Now Possum knew he was up in the tree where the wolf couldn't get him. Turtle knew that he could pull into his hard shell and the wolf couldn't get him. But that wolf still ruined the picnic by standing right over Turtle and catching and eating all of the persimmons that Possum was trying to throw down to Turtle. Possum threw them all around, thinking the wolf would miss some, but that wolf jumped up and caught them all before they even hit the ground. So Possum tried throwing the persimmons down very fast, one after the other, in rapid succession, but the wolf still managed to catch every one. Possum didn't know what to do. That wolf might never leave them alone. Then he looked up higher in the tree, and there he saw a huge persimmon that was almost as big as a grapefruit. That gave him an idea. First, he started throwing down the small persimmons as fast as he could. That greedy old wolf had his jaw open so wide so he could catch every one. When Wolf's jaws were flapped open as wide as they could be, Possum heaved down the giant persimmon as hard as he could, and the wolf caught it right in the throat. That persimmon stuck there, and the wolf soon keeled over dead. As Possum climbed down the tree, Turtle remarked in his slow, deep voice, "That sure was good thinking, Brother Possum. I didn't think that wolf would ever leave us alone." They stood for a moment, looking at the big, dead wolf. Then Turtle said, "I didn't tell you, Brother Possum, but I'm about to go on a long journey, and one of the things that I need for my traveling bag is a couple of spoons. Then if someone offers me a meal along the way, I could use the spoons to eat with. And I could also use them for ladling water out of the streams when I get thirsty." "What's that got to do with a dead wolf?" Possum asked. Turtle replied, "I just figured out where I'm going to get those spoons. I'm going to cut that wolf's ears off and make wolf ear spoons." And that's just what Turtle did. He cut those ears off, took them over to the stream, scrubbed them out, and laid them on the rocks to dry in the morning sun. As the sun shone down, and those ears dried out, and as they dried, they curled up. Wasn't before long they looked a lot like spoons. When the ears were all dried out, Turtle tucked them into his traveling kit and started down the trail. See you later, Brother Possum. Thanks for the delicious cinnamon breakfast. Down the trail he went, just a-walking, a-hiking, a-walking, and a-hiking. And for a turtle, he traveled quite far that morning. As the noon hour approached, he started to get hungry, but he couldn't find anything to eat. There weren't any persimmon trees, and even if there had been, his possum buddy wasn't there to climb the trees for him. There were no berries or worms or snails or anything else that turtles like to eat, so he just kept on a-walking and a-hiking, getting hungrier all the time. Soon he came to a village, and as he walked by, some people came out and said, "Hey there, Turtle, it looks like you've been traveling. Do you want something to eat?" Turtle said that indeed he was hungry. So the people invited him into the lodge to have a bowl of hominy. They put the meal in front of him and said, "Now wait just a minute, Turtle. We'll get you a spoon and you can have all you want." Turtle replied, "That's okay. I've got my own spoon, thanks." And he reached into his traveling bag, pulled out one of his wolf ear spoons, and started eating. Nobody thought anything about it at first, until someone noticed what Turtle was eating with. They started whispering among themselves, "What's that Turtle eating with? It looks like a wolf's ear." A wolf's ear? Where would a turtle get a wolf's ear? Could he have killed a wolf? I don't think a turtle could kill a wolf. Right then, someone came into the lodge and heard just the last part of the whispered conversation. "Killed a wolf? Who killed a wolf? That turtle kills wolves. I'm getting out of here." Soon, the rumor was spreading through the village like wildfire. "There's a wolf-killing turtle on the loose, and he's right here in our village." Those foolish people were thrown into such a panic that they all ran into the woods, hid in the bushes, crawled into hollow logs, or climbed up into trees. Turtle just continued eating. He didn't know why everybody had disappeared so fast. When he finished, he crawled out of the lodge and looked around. There was no one in sight, so he called out, "So long, folks. I'm on my way now. Thanks for the meal." And down the trail he went, a-walking and a-hiking and a-walking and a-hiking. In the meantime, the people came back to the village and congratulated one another on their quick escape from the dangerous wolf-killing turtle. Everyone was talking about it. Every boy told every girl told every mama, and every mama told every dad told every grandpa, told every grandma, told every dog, told every cat, told every mouse, told every rat, told every frog, told every bird, told every squirrel, told every rabbit, told every fox, told every snake, told every bug, and soon the forest was buzzing with the rumors of a wolf-killing turtle. Turtle didn't know a thing about it. He traveled along for several more hours, and the sun was beating down. He was getting very thirsty, but he couldn't find any water to drink. Not a spring or a stream or a puddle. He came to another village, and as he approached, some people came out and said, "Hey there, Turtle. It sure is hot today. Aren't you thirsty?" "I sure am," said Turtle. "Well, come on over. We just made some fresh sumac lemonade. It's right here in this pot. We'll get you a ladle and you can scoop out all you want." "Oh, that's all right," said Turtle. "I have my own little ladle right here." He reached into his traveling bag and pulled out one of those wolf's ears and started slurping away. Nobody thought anything of it until they noticed what Turtle was using for a ladle. Now, we all know that turtles travel pretty slowly. However, rumors travel a whole lot faster. And would you believe that the rumor about the wolf-killing turtle had got to this village long before Turtle himself had arrived? And of course, everyone figured it was just a silly rumor, and nobody believed it. Because how could a little turtle kill a great big wolf anyway? It just couldn't be true. But when they saw Turtle pull out that wolf's ear, they knew the rumor must be true. And in an instant, this village too was thrown into a panic and fear. Soon everyone was running to the woods, climbing up the trees, hiding in the bushes, or crawling into hollow logs. Turtle kept on slurping away at the sumac drink. When he stopped and looked around, he noticed that everyone was gone. Now what got into them? He said to himself. This bunch of humans is even stranger than the people I met at that last village. He drank his fill of the tangy juice and felt very refreshed. Thanks for the drink, folks, wherever you are, he shouted over his shoulder as he started down the trail, a-walking and a-hiking. Before too long, people came out of the hiding and started talking excitedly among themselves, and soon the rumor of the wolf-killing turtle had spread to every corner of the forest. Turtle just kept trudging slowly along. He didn't know anything about the rumors that were being spread about him, but he did notice something peculiar as he traveled. He would hear the birds singing and the squirrels and chipmunks scurrying around ahead of him on the trail. But as he got closer to them, the woods would become absolutely quiet. All the critters were hiding because they had heard about the wolf-killing turtle, and they were afraid that he might kill them too. It made Turtle uneasy not to hear all the other animals around him as he walked, especially as he neared a thick, dark place in the woods. He just kept on, slowly a-walking and a-hiking, and suddenly, out of the bushes, came a whole pack of wolves, and they surrounded him. Everywhere he looked, all he could see was growling wolves and sharp teeth. He blinked and said, "Uh-oh." The leader of the pack swaggered up. "All right, Turtle," he snarled. "So you're the one who's been killing our brothers." As he reached into the turtle's traveling bag and pulled out the wolf ear spoons. He held the ears up to the other wolves and howled in rage. "Look, brothers, what more proof do we need? This is a wolf killer, all right." "No, but, Turtle protested. "No buts about it," the wolf leader rudely interrupted. "We're going to put a stop to this wolf killing right here and now. Let's build a fire," one of the wolves suggested, "and throw him in it, burn him up. What do you think of that, Turtle?" Turtle knew what to say. "Well, you just go ahead and throw me in that fire. I wouldn't mind at all." "No, sir. I just roll around in that fire with my hard shell and put your fire right out." The wolves muttered among themselves. "We better think of something worse than that." Then one of them barked, "I know. Let's get a big clay pot of water. We'll put him in it, build a big fire under him, and boil him." Turtle said, "Go ahead and try and boil me. I wouldn't mind at all. I'll just kick around in that old pot and hit it with my hard shell, and it would crack your pot. Then the water would come out and drown your fire, and you'd have a broken pot besides." The wolves began talking among themselves, trying their best to think of something worse, when one of them said, "I know. Let's take him to the river. We'll throw him in and he'll drown." Turtle thought to himself, I wouldn't mind that. I'm a good swimmer. But he was a smart turtle, and this is what he said. No, don't throw me in the river. That would be the worst thing you could do. Burn me, boil me if you must, but please, oh please, don't throw me in the river. Those foolish wolves said, if that's the worst we can do, let's do it. And they marched Turtle straight to the riverbank high up over the water. One of those wolves grabbed his front legs and the other grabbed his back legs, and they started swinging him. 1, 2, 3. They threw him off the riverbank. Turtle sailed through the air end over end, down toward the river, till wham! He hit a rock and splashed into the water. When he felt the cool water all around him, he knew that all he had to do was swim across the river, and he would be home free. But as soon as he began to swim his first stroke, he felt a sharp pain. Oh, my aching back, he moaned. He had really hurt his back when he hit that rock. In fact, he could hardly swim at all, so he ended up having to half swim and half limp. Slowly, he made his way across the river. When he reached the other side, he found a sloping sandbar that was overhung with wild plants and bushes. He pulled himself up onto the sandbar and crawled under the bushes to rest. His back hurt so badly he didn't even want to look at it, but he knew he had to. And when he finally did look, he saw that his shell was all cracked and broken. He didn't know what to do. Then he noticed some of the herbs growing around him. They were medicinal herbs, mint and willow and comfrey, and even backache root. Turtle sniffed the mint and chewed the willow bark and rubbed the comfrey and the backache root all over his sore, broken shell. That night he sang medicine songs and prayed to the Great Spirit, and soon he was fast asleep. The next morning when he woke, he felt much better, and when he looked back over his shell, all the pieces had come back together and the cracks had healed. To this day, you can still see the cracks in Turtle's shell.